let's look at an example where we attempt to use this formula that we found in the last video, that the sum of the first n terms of a geometric sequence is equal to a1 times 1 minus r to the n, all divided by 1 minus r. So let's take the situation where we are finding the sum of the first, let's do 10 terms. So let's do 10 terms where a1 is equal to 4 and the common ratio is equal to 3. So what we're basically asking ourselves here is, what is 4 plus 12 plus 36 plus all the way up to 4 times 3 to the 8th plus 4 times 3 to the 9th. And so again, remember, this is going to be the toughest thing, is that we're only going up to 3 to the 9th here because there is a 3 to the 0 on that one, and so there's our 10 terms. Okay, but n is still equal to 10, and remembering, if we thought back to the original video where we derived the formula, you ended up with n minus 1 here, so that makes sense that if n is 10, sort of this last term is the common ratio to the power of n minus 1. Okay, so all we have to do is plug stuff in. It's not actually too bad. We're just going to say that the sum of these first 10 terms is going to be equal to a1. Well, a1 is right there. It's just 4. So 4 multiplied by 1 minus the common ratio is 3, and it is r to the n, so it is 3 to the 10th there. Not 3 to the 9th, it's 3 to the 10th. It's just that this expression ends with 3 to the 9th. All right, so they are not the same. So it's 3 to the 9th, 1 minus 3 to the 10th, close my parentheses, all divided by 1 minus 3. Okay, and so you might look at this and be like, oh, but both that numerator and denominator are going to be negative, and that actually works out okay, because then, dividing negative by a negative, you will end up with a positive, which is, logically what we want here if we just look at the sequence. It's like these bigger and bigger numbers, all positive, must add up to something positive. So now it's just really time to throw stuff into a calculator. So this is going to be 4 multiplied by, so 1 minus 3 to the 10th. You can all grab a calculator and do that. 1 minus 3 to the power of 10, and you do get negative 59,048. 59,048. And of course, 1 minus 3 is just negative 2. And so then you're just throwing this in a calculator. It's really not that bad. We do get 118,096. That's kind of it. This is really all there is to these types of problems. It's just about identifying these things early on. If you can do that, it's not going to be any kind of big crazy deal. Yeah, that's all I wanted to show in this video. It's just doing one example.